Hey everybody, it's me, Kenny Conklin from ModelBuilderInternational.com, and got a little update video on the Kazon Torpedo. That's the one I'm working on right now. Not really much going on, too much freaking regular work, and by the time I get home I'm dead tired and really sit down, watch a little hockey, go to bed, get up, go to work, do the same thing over and over and over again. So anyway, without further ado, let's see what I've been doing on the little torpedo here. So there's the workbench, and got out the paper. So I put the top half and the bottom half together, put the bulkheads in. I cut out the centers of them, this way I can bring the wires through and fiber optics and stuff like that. So not really much going on besides primed it. I put in the panel lines. Couldn't think of the stupid word, but I put those in. Those weren't there before. They still got to be cleaned up. They're rough, and it looks much better because if you sprayed it, the raised panel lines weren't really even visible. I mean, let me see if I can get a look. There is one right at the back edge here that you can't even see with the primer. It's barely noticeable. I still got to do that. Now, I messed up. I kept telling myself, you gotta mask, you gotta mask, and you gotta mask the stupid little acrylic lights I made. I cut these out down here and there in the last video, in the middle, and over here. And I said, you gotta mask them, you gotta mask them. And what did I do? I forgot, and I sprayed primer over all of them. So it's really not a big deal. I'll just cut them out again and redo it. Such is life, but what are you gonna do? More panel lines on the bottom. We're gonna cut out over here. This is where the tube is gonna go in, and bring the wiring down over there. I did the panel lines on these guys too, which you can see a lot better with the primer on. They still gotta be, all this has to be cleaned up and done. Same with this guy. And it never fails. Get rid of cat hair, get rid of cat hair, get rid of cat hair, and somehow there's all sorts of cat hair in the primer. Nothing sandpaper is not going to take care of, and a little more priming. It's my favorite. One of my favorite tools is the little spinny Tamiya paint stand. It's got this, and it's got the one with like for the car bodies, little spring action thing. You put the car body on top. But I love this thing. Makes it easy to paint. I don't have to touch anything. Just put it on there, spin it around, and paint. I was looking at these guys right here, which are the engine halves. So that guy goes there. If I can get it off the table, and that guy will go right there. Trying to do this all one-handed is always fun. That little guy right there, I'm gonna have to put wires. Let me pull this guy closer. Wires are gonna have to go through right through here for lighting, because I want to light up inside right there. But when you put this on, it definitely doesn't sit flush. It's wobbly, which is actually a good thing, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bottom right there, which will let it sit flush, and it'll give me an opening to put the wires through up here. I really got to look through the viewfinder when I'm doing this, and I'm gonna have to be careful because the bulkhead is right in the middle of this, so I'm gonna cut on this side, and we'll bring the wires through. It's really not gonna be that many lights in here. It's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. I'm going to use 3 fiber optic strands for the white lights. There's 1 white light in the bow, 2 on the sides, 3 yellow lights in the back, and up top on the wings is purple up here. According to the paint scheme, these are purple and this is purple. I don't even know if they're lights. I have no really good references on this model. Any pictures you see on the internet through Google and stuff like that, it's really hard to see what's going on. So I think I'm gonna make it up as I go, and hopefully it comes out nicely. The other thing is, on the box art, the back half of this it looks like a brownish tan, but they tell you to paint it like a desert tan, so I gotta see what we're gonna do that. Maybe, because I've seen a lot of people paint it a desert tan, it's really bright, so maybe we'll just really weather the hell out of it, because this thing is pretty much just a kamikaze ship, and it should be beat up and not looking so spiffy. So let's see, we'll take a little break here and see what I'm gonna do, and we'll come back. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna drill out the pylons over here. Oh. Okay. I gotta get that Tamiya drill, but anyway, just pop a couple holes in there, run the Dremel back and forth at high speed, and it cuts it right out. Nice little holes there to run the wires through, even though there's not going to be that much, and I don't even know if you can hear me. And melting plastic on the drill bit. And I got that guy out too. Now the only thing that stinks about doing the high speed on here, Steve showed us the trick of just pushing it into wood or something. I'll clean the bit off. Unfortunately, I have a plastic table and the wife will kill me if I do that. I'll just take an X-Acto knife and scrape the melted plastic right off of there, and then you can go back in and do the other half of it. Oh, almost messed up. Almost messed it up. And bingo. All the holes ready for wire to go through. Hopefully you heard me over the Dremel. And clean that thing off again. And that's that for that. And where we're going to put this Dremel guy, we've got to go over here somewhere next to all the other tools. And actually the wife was nice enough and she cleaned up this area for me, because like I said, we live in an apartment and I really don't have that much room to do stuff, and I'm lucky I got a corner. Anyway, this guy would go on here. Ooh. Hopefully Santa's good to me this year. See how wobbly it is? So that's gonna come off, and I'm gonna see how I'm gonna cut them off. Oh, look at that! I didn't even realize once I cut them off, I gotta make a hole in there too, because that'll be, well, it'll be thin once we get all that off. Okay, and by magic of the pause button, I took the little sanding drum kind of guy, sanded this sucker down. I actually did a little too much on this side, but that's what putty's made for, to fill it in. And we cut out the middle to fit the wires through. It is ugly, not a clean cut or anything like that, but it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be functional. That is what it is. It's not pretty, it's functional. You're not going to see it anyhow. It goes right there, it gets glued, if you can see, in. The wires are going to slide right through there. And then the next thing is, I'm going to have to figure out, oh, excuse me, my cats are going crazy back there. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I got to put Yeah, look at that. You can see the gap down there. It's definitely going to have to be done up. So I got to figure out how I'm going to put a piece of diffusion in here. I guess a little further back, probably towards the end over here. Measure it out, just glue it in, and glue it on that once it's in. First test it, make sure that everything looks nice, and then clean this whole thing up and slap it on here, and we'll start getting the engines on and stuff, because this is an extremely small build, but he's taking me a while. But again, I don't have all the time in the world right now. I do is what I can when I can, and I think I might get out the airbrush and do the... Hey look, it's me! Sorry about how that video ended. I was kind of talking to myself there. I didn't realize that the memory card had run out, and I was just babbling on, and then I looked over and I was like, uh-oh. But I didn't do anything special. I didn't take out the airbrush, as you can see. I'll be doing that in a little while. All I did was put this video on the computer, most of it anyhow, and I'm gonna cut it all up and put it online on YouTube so you guys can check it out. I just want to say really quick to Simon Merks, you are in our thoughts and our prayers while everything that you got going on is going on, and we'll see you back on YouTube in the workbench really soon, and if there's anything that we can do for you, just let us know, and we'll take care of it. And also a big thank you to Steve Neal for giving me the link, and everybody else the link to this little bad boy that I was asking about. I got it, Steve, and you are absolutely right. Everybody definitely needs one of these while you're working on your LEDs. It makes things a lot easier, and you can see everything that's going on while you have them on, and the power it's pulling and all that stuff. You got to read the directions though, otherwise you might mess something up. Anyway, thank you all. I'm trying to smile a little bit more because my wife watched the videos and she said I don't smile enough, and I got serious face on all the time, and I can't just see your whole like serious face. I got to be a little more smiley and stuff like that. So anyway, thank you all for watching the videos. Thank you all who's been coming to join our website, modelbuilderinternational.com. We hope to see more of you there. Tommy's working on the site. He's upgrading everything. That's why it kind of looks like crap right now, but it's going to be much better site once it's all done, and we hope to see you all there. So let me get to cutting this video, and we'll see you in a little while. Take care, everybody. Bye. Yeah, there's my living room.